We all know how great he can be, but it seems like Keldric Faulk has taken another step forward in preparation for this season.
You are Locked On Auburn, your daily podcast on the Auburn Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Yes, welcome on into this special bonus edition of Locked On Auburn. I'm your host, Zach Blackerby, and thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. Quick bonus show today. It features my quick conversation with Keldric Faulk last week at SEC Media Days, as well as some of my reaction to that. Here's Keldric. Keldric Faulk, Auburn defensive end, hanging out with us for a few minutes. We talked at this event a year ago, and it feels like the vibe and mood of the offseason for you guys is way different this year than it was a year ago. What do you think that is?
Man, we're more consistent now. I mean, we come in every day with a non-wavering mindset. Our mindset stays the same. Our mindset just is to work every day, work harder and harder every day.
Yeah. Where does that come from? Is that just a culture thing that's developed over time? Is it getting a more talented roster, just the overall development of the young guys? Like, what is that?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, Eugene started it last year with the less work, and he brought in that energy. So now we feel like we got to carry it over, and of course we have a more talented roster this year. We have a lot of guys coming in hungry and ready to play, especially the young guys coming in like Blake Woodby. I mean, he comes in with energy, with passion on the field. And
yeah.
When you see a lot of guys with that type of energy and passion, I mean, you tend to either look at it and don't even worry about it, but
yeah,
and then or either B, you come in and you say I got to match it or be better than that.
Yeah. How many comments have you gotten on this chain so far? This is awesome.
Man, every station I've been with.
I bet it stays that way. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Did you leave media days last year? Like, I got to up it. Next year, if I go, I got to up it. Is that what this is?
Yes, sir. My mom said my suit got to be subtle, but I got to have everything else popping.
I love it. I love it. I mean, representing Auburn 2 years in a row at media days, like that's pretty unique.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what is that? What does that mean to you?
It means I'm doing something right.
Yeah, sure.
I just gotta keep doing what I'm doing, and just let the rest take care of itself.
Yeah. So I mean, you're popping up on early in mock drafts, and
right.
You're getting all this buzz on being one of the best players in the SEC.
Right.
How does that change your approach this offseason, or does it change it at all?
It doesn't change my approach at all. Like, I'm gonna still work like I've been working, because anything you change, man. I feel like I don't want to change anything that I have going on, because I feel like the type of player that I am, I'm meant to be that player.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep working harder and harder every day, just like I've been doing. And I'm gonna do what I need to do on the field, and I'm gonna continue to do it off the field.
Yeah. So from a pass rush standpoint, you guys lost Jalen McLeod this offseason. Does that put more pressure on you to step up and say, hey, I need to impact the passing game? And I mean, it seems like Kieran on the other side of you is poised and ready to do that. But from a pass rushing standpoint, outside of you, like, who needs to step up?
Right. I mean, so our interior guys, I mean, we definitely have to get our interior guys going. And then, of course, like, we have so many additions to the pass rushing game, like Chris Kelly Murray, Jamonta Waller coming up, young freshman, Jared Smith, freshman guy, man. He came in ready to work, and his pass rush ability is already something far beyond what his age is. So, we have a true pass rushing presence this year. I feel like everybody gonna see that whenever we step on that field.
And it's got to be encouraging when you turn around and you look at these corners and these safeties and how respected they are and what they've been able to do when they were young players with Jay Crawford and Kayan Lee, and then the two guys that they brought in through the transfer portal.
Yes, sir.
That's got to be encouraging as a pass rusher to be like, look, if those guys, they're going to be able to cover for a little bit longer than maybe most. I mean, how does that impact it? Or is it like, I don't even want the ball to get to that point. I want to go get the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it a lot more comfortable just to pass rush. I mean, we have guys that'll cover it and it'll get down and dirty on third down. So we know guys that got our backs, and we gotta go get the quarterback for them to get the ball.
Yeah. There's been talk a lot about your versatility
Yes,
as
sir.
far as your ability to scoot inside. Do you think we'll see more of that this year?
Yes, sir, most definitely. I mean, that's the biggest part of my game. Like I know I can play all across the D line, and just for me to be able to do that helps the team, and then gives a different look for every offense that we play against.
Yeah. Several years now under DJ Durkin. I mean, what does that continuity on the defensive staff mean for you guys?
For me personally, I mean, it gives familiarity with just the whole defense, and then just to have the same D coordinator, the same coaching staff all over again. Just it gives everybody this sense of comfort, than knowing that we know the people that are coaching us.
Yeah. Jackson Arnold, I know obviously on the other side of the ball, but you've competed against him now a little bit. What have you seen from him as a quarterback and as a leader?
Comfortability. I mean, yeah, he's so comfortable just playing the game of football. I mean, he has the energy, he has the passion on the field, and then whenever we play against him, man, he'll come out there and he'll talk back to the defense. I mean, he'll get rowdy with us. I mean, he just bring a different type of energy to the team.
Yeah, that's awesome. Keldric, thank you for your time. Best of luck this season.
Appreciate
All right, I want to react to some of the things Keldric said in just a moment, right here on Locked On Auburn. Today's show brought to you by our friends at Monarch Money. We've all checked our account before and been like, oh, I didn't realize I spent so much money on groceries, deliveries, packages just showing up at the door, vacations. Doesn't matter what it is. We've all kind of lost track of things along the way. If only we had our own, our own kind of financial expert in our corner. Well, that's what Monarch Money is. Not only is it a souped up budgeting app, because it's not just a budgeting app, it also allows you to see trends and analytics, and also it can lump in your investing portfolio as well. So it gives you a full financial snapshot of what you've got going on. So you can not only just manage your money, but build wealth. You can get 50% off your first year at Monarch Money. Just use code LOCKEDONCollege for 50% off your first year. That is at monarchmoney.com. Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. Quick bonus show. So a few things Keldric said, and he said it was such like, I don't know, he was so matter of fact, especially when one of the last questions I asked him was, all right, his ability to scoot inside, to play inside, because we've talked about how, okay, Auburn, I like their edge guys, and I like their starting interior guys. I don't know how I feel about the depth of the interiors because a lot of them haven't played college football yet. They're going to need some freshmen like they had last year to step up. And they've got those guys, whether it could be Jordan Crawford, Malik Autry, whatever. But after you get past Malik Blockton and Bobby Jamison Travs, it's just like, okay, like we're kind of going off of vibes here. We're going off of vibes when you talk about relying on some of these freshmen. And so a way you can take some of those snaps away and give them to Keldric is you scoot Keldric inside and you let Amaris Williams come in, or you let Chris Kelly Murray, the transfer from Sam Houston State, play more, some of these edge guys. Jamonta Waller, a guy that we're all super excited about. Hopefully he's ready to bounce back this year after that, after kind of not being able to finish his freshman year with that injury. To me, like, that's exciting. And the way Keldric answered that is like, oh, most definitely, that's like the strength of my game, talking about his versatility. And we saw it some last year, but I wouldn't look at what he did strictly on film last year and say, oh, his ability to scoot inside is the strength of his game. I would say the strength of his game is the ability to rush the passer and create penetration and get into the backfield. That's what I would say the strength of his game is. I believe him. I believe that he has the skills that you would want and the traits that you would want from somebody to scoot inside the 3 technique or a 4-eye and be, that guy who helps things open up for the edge on his side. Like, all of that makes sense. We just haven't really seen it. And so I thought that answer was super encouraging, because that leads me to think that they are working on that, which I think they should. I think they should work on that, because I believe him. I believe that that could absolutely be a strength in his game. Another thing he talked about was stuff that we've been saying about how it's important for the edge guys to help get things going for his guys on the interior, which makes sense. Of course, that's something that he's going to say, but I liked that he said that, talked up the defensive backs. But when he talked about guys who are like, have been leaders, the vocal guys, he didn't mention many names, but he did mention Blake Woodby. He's a freshman, by the way, a freshman corner, and a guy that we've been excited about, but it's like, how does he get on the field? Because Auburn has so many corners and nickels and safeties, so many guys. And so that was encouraging to see or hear, I guess, him shout out Blake Woodby, because this has to be like, let's just think about the logistics of this for a second. He's not in Keldric's room, right? Blake Woodby's not with the edge rushers. We can all agree on that. And so he must be doing something for Keldric just top of mind to make sure he said Blake Woodby's name. That's pretty powerful stuff, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, I think that's something worth paying attention to. Am I overreacting on that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below or on social media at @ZBlackerby on X and Instagram and TikTok and all that. So yeah, those are my biggest takeaways. But look, I've said this before, and since this is a show about Keldric at Media Days, way too late. I don't know why I didn't post this. I've got Connors that I'll post sometime this week too. Hopefully, we'll see. But there was just a moment where, like, in the main media room, sure, Jackson Arnold was fascinating and he has so many storylines and all of that, but people could not get enough of Keldric Faulk. Not just Auburn media, SEC media, where they chose to not listen to Jackson Arnold, who has one of the more interesting storylines of the guys who attended SEC Media Days this year. People couldn't get enough of Keldric Faulk. And I think that says something, because Auburn, like we've done several shows now about the top end of Auburn's roster. It's there. Auburn has star power again, and Keldric is a huge, huge part of it. To be a non-offensive player, or not a quarterback or a running back or receiver, and to get the attention that he did at Media Days, it says something. And just also him as a human, like he joined the show at Media Days last year, and he just seems like a totally different human being. I mean, physically, he's impressive. There's no question about that. But the way he conducted himself, the level of confidence, not that he wasn't confident last year, but it felt like I was talking to a pro, not just a really good, young, blossoming college football player. It felt like we were listening to and talking to a pro. The level of confidence, the level of certainty, the level of leadership that I don't know was there a year ago. Now, does that matter in the grand scheme of things? It could, it couldn't. We'll see. But it lines up with what we've heard about the culture internally for this Auburn football program, which is these guys in the building, they believe. They believe in the product they're about to put on the field. So there you go. Sorry it took so long for me to post my interview with Keldric, and sorry in advance for whenever I post my interview with Connor. I don't know what I was thinking. We had so much stuff at Media Days, and I just forgot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Camp starts Wednesday, folks. We'll have all the discussion here. Make sure you're subscribed. Please like the video, all that good stuff. If you're listening on audio, please subscribe, leave a review. Helps the show out a ton. We'll see you next time. This has been Locked On Auburn.